think when it comes to like doing creative things, my friends and my peers are really the people who give me the most like creative spark, because it's fun to bounce around ideas and get others' contributions, so then it becomes this big collaborative idea and you have more than what you started off with, and I think that that's really fun and special when you're making things. There's this one workshop that I remember from years ago. It was with a group of like 2nd or 3rd graders, and I was working with one student for like the majority of the time, helping him write and like get his ideas out, and he just really came to life and was so excited to work and write. And at the end we were taking like a big group photo, and I remember all of the kids were so excited to get in the photo, and there's me and then a bunch of other kids just like all piled in trying to take a photo, and that was really funny. And then as we were leaving the workshop, we're like, okay, bye, Story Planet's going, and this little boy came up to me and he's like, Carina, you're not gonna forget about me, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna start crying right in front of this child. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And then I went back to that school like a couple weeks later, saw him in the hallway, and he didn't know who I was. I was like, love that. Outside of Story Planet, I teach swimming, so I can swim pretty fast. So when I was in like elementary school, high school, I really had a hard time with like maths and sciences and all of that, and art was really the place where I kind of thrived and felt the most comfortable. And I was always told like this isn't really something that you can make a career out of, this is a hobby. And then I ended up going into social work, and that's like what my educational background is. And I love social work, like I think that's really the place for me to be. But being at Story Planet, it kind of gave me the opportunity to have that realization of like, oh, you can make a career out of something that's creative, and combined it with like, you know, themes of social justice and equality and all of those things. And I think it's really important to make sure that young people know that, you know, you don't have to go into a science and not do art, or into a humanities and not do art. There are always ways to add a creative element into your work. My favorite color is yellow, because it's like, it's happy and it's cute and it's sweet and it reminds me of the sun. I think the first thing I would do is, after my hamster transformation, I would escape my home and go into the woods, and I would make friends with all of like the little woodland creatures like the squirrels and the chipmunks and the raccoons and all that. And then we would have like a club, and we'd all hang out and get together like at nighttime. And then in the morning I'd be a person, and then they'd be a little confused. And I'd explain, no, it's me, we had this fun magical time. And then I would just have a bunch of animal friends, and then I'd hang out with them at night. I have applied to the College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers, so once I hear back from them, hopefully I will then be a registered social worker. But I think I'm going to stick around with Story Planet, because this is really fun and fulfilling work, and I really love what we do here. I think I would like my Were Hamster story to be called, I think we would call it Little Carina's Big Adventure.
Thanks, Carina.